Hello everyone, this is Cody from the Rancor's Brothel. Are you looking for dice or accessories for your tabletop gaming? Look no further than Metallic Dice Games, a premium vendor of metallic and gemstone dice. Listeners of this podcast can receive 10% off any purchase anytime by using the promo code RBP10. So head on over to metallicdicegames.com for all your gaming needs. And don't forget to use the promo code RBP10 to save 10% on any purchase. Enjoy the show.
The Rancor's Brothel presents The Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
And if you kind of peek, you see them running in circles as if they were playing with a pet almost.
Oh no, it's imagination. This is Hook all over again. Do we need to look for a kid with 3 mohawks with red tips?
No.
Is that the only way we get food?
Do we have to imagine pie made of just whipped cream, that's
Colored
colored?
whipped cream.
The
That always
12-legged
bothered
turkey.
me. So that's what you see. Your move.
I suggest we send in something that's not massive and intimidating.
You said they're running around a giant tree?
Treehouse.
Yeah.
Are they in the treehouse or are they on the ground?
No, they're on the ground.
Oh, okay.
And you know that the tree is the Trent.
Right, that's what I'm trying to get at.
Little
Like,
oak.
you said it was a tree. Are we seeing a tree or are we seeing a...
Yes. But also yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what a Trent
Well,
is.
if they're chasing
Ent.
something that looks like an invisible creature, maybe I'm gonna just start chasing because that looks like they're having fun.
You don't know whether or not it's invisible. You're not seeing it.
I'm still gonna run over and join the group because it looks like they're having fun.
Jesus Christ. So you're just gonna run in?
Yeah, I look like a child. I'm just made of wood and a puppet, and there's a rope behind me. So if you want to stop me, they can make a check.
You guys gonna tug on that rope?
They're just like, let him have his fun.
I was going to let him go. But he wants to tug on the rope.
You know what? I'm sure Usagi and Fishbait will just be like, no, just let him go.
Yep.
Just let it happen.
Yeah.
You bolt straight towards the group, and you kind of stop and skid in your tracks as you see they are frolicking around circles, in kind of a circle, laughing, and in the center of them, rolling around and seemingly very playful, is a feline creature with 6 legs and 2 very large tails coming off the back that have pads that have tiny little spikes on them.
Oh, snap.
Give me a history check before you say anything.
I'm
Give
not
me
going to say crap.
I need you to give me I want to say history because I don't know what else to do.
I got no clue what it is.
Intelligence, maybe?
In game. It's
What's your
in.
intelligence?
Can we all do that? since
It
we
would be
see
a plus. I have a 5 total on that roll. I myself, out of game, know exactly what that is. Character in game, kitty.
I mean, the problem, well, you would know what it is, though. It's just a matter of, I'm not trying to ask you what kind of creature it is yet. The fact that you have worked with one of these at the carnival
Oh, yeah. There's one at
is
the
what's
carnival.
disturbing you more than anything.
Yeah.
It's a displacer beast kitten.
Oh, yeah.
But for some reason, you're not sure why it strikes you that seems important.
That it's a displacer beast?
Yeah.
And you said it's a displacer beast killing?
Kitten.
Kitten. Okay, that's what I thought. It's a small.
It's
kitten.
a tight. It's a.
That's what I thought
mean,
it was kitten.
No larger than a house cat. Maybe a little larger than.
It's
a house
probably
cat.
bigger than a house cat. I think like a serval.
Shit. What's that type of? There's a type of house cat that's like huge.
Savannah cat.
Is it Savannah?
There's a Savannah cat and then there's servals, which are just big cats. But it's a Savannah cat's the largest domesticated cat.
I mean,
Servals are still
I guess.
semi-wild.
I guess you could probably put it. You could attribute it to like.
You could do a small dog. Well, a medium-sized dog.
No.
Well, or I mean, a big cat.
Medium-sized dog would probably
Yeah.
be closer.
So many months is rather large.
A 6-month-old tiger cub.
Yeah, something like that.
And it's just a displacer beast. Freaking 6-legged black panther with 2
and-
tails that'll knock you out.
But you running, skidding, stopping, gives you away as they all spin about, and Will says, "Hold!" as the others, one of them scoops up the kitten and the others sort of run around to the other side of the tree and kind of peek out of it, kind of
I just want to pet
like
the
Three
kitty.
Stooges style, like one head on top of the other.
Like-
the kitten at the bottom.
Oh, that's adorable.
And the tree itself also sort of lurches a little.
Saw that coming.
Hello.
Ring.
Hello.
You guys see all this happen. What do you want to react before going any further? As Will says something to the effect of, "What are you doing here?
I'm kind of curious how this
Or go no further."
Hold on. You said that we worked with one at the carnival?
Yes. We didn't see it during our
He's
stuff,
not
though.
remembering that.
No.
I gave him the role because he got there first, but like,
I know, but I mean, even for Troy, we did? Like,
yes,
there
she
is-
ran one of the rides.
Yeah, we never actually interacted with
wasn't
the
what-
start of
yeah.
it, but it is a character at the carnival. There
Oh,
was,
okay,
there was
we
a
didn't
displacer.
encounter
Yeah,
it.
yeah. There was a displacer beast.
have her card down here somewhere.
okay. I was just trying to, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, because we never actually hit it. It was one of the games, and we just never did that one.
I think it was one of the rides.
Yeah.
I forgot that those dice were in here.
I legitimately, like, after we left the carnival, I looked back to see what stuff was at the carnival. I was like, there was a displacer beast? It had, like, fairy wings like all the other...
Because they're
People
all wearing
did.
fake fairy wings.
Yeah. She's on the book. She's on the art.
She is on the cover of the book.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. She's on the back.
Well, no, I really want to see what she looks like.
Dilargren is her name.
She looks like she's a little beat up because she has one eye shut and she has scratches on her face.
Yeah. There's a backstory there.
Oh, I'm sure. But yeah, I remember it was like, oh yeah, there was a displacer beast at the thing. I just don't remember.
So they get pretty big, or is that like a...
they're massive.
Yeah, they're large creatures.
I believe they are a large creature, yeah.
So it's like a full-on lion-sized cat.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Future mount right there.
I mean, this one is an infant, so it's not massive.
The word displacer is what's worrying me.
I'm
should.
thinking teleportation.
It's more like phasing
like
it out of the existence.
Like a weeping angel?
More like different planes of existence, yeah.
Yeah, it's like fades in and out. They're normally an evil creature. Ours is tiny and cute.
Besides the
I can
tail
send you the
teeth.
photo of it.
Yeah, I've got this one.
I'll send you. In our chat. I'll send.
Oh, you actually have a picture of the kitten?
Yeah,
Adorable.
it has a stat block in case needed.
Seriously? I'm not
Everything
going to
in this-
fight the kitten.
Everything in this game has a stat block in case needed.
Dude, we're gonna tame that kitten. It's gonna fight for us.
I'm waiting.
Does anybody have animal handling?
I mean, technically everybody does.
I have a +2. If you have wisdom, you have a modifier.
I got horseback for later in case we need a mount.
Well, that's for horses.
Has a saddle. I can make it work.
Oh, it's adorable. Look at its eyes. That's what it looks like.
I got it.
It actually technically has 3 tails, I guess. There's a standard cat tail in the middle.
Really? Oh, there is.
Yeah. I just now noticed that.
It's cute. I like it.
That's still terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be horrible. 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 Oh,
It looks like a cute
well,
little
the
shepherd.
other tails come out of their back.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Just
Okay.
from this picture,
Yeah.
I didn't bother looking up
And it
the
has
stat blocks on a full ground.
giant
I
spiky
didn't
tentacles.
either. I just wanted to see. I knew there was an image. I like to see them because they're neat. But they're
It's so freaking cute.
they're rough.
So, what is your reaction as Will of the Wild yells at Stumpy here?
Chinnopio's now Stumpy.
Um,
That's my character in the other game. Stumpy, the jester.
yelling, halt, go no further. What are you here? What are you doing? As the other children kind of peek around the tree, a little scared.
We're looking for you.
Are you coming
His
out to
head
talk
goes
to
up
them?
and is like, what are you doing there? And what are you looking for me for? Did Nightshade send you?
Opposite. We want Nightshade. And we're looking for companions.
We are out to seek her, to stop her.
He kind of peeks over his shoulder at the other kids, and they all just roll on the ground laughing, like children would, not believing in an instant that anybody could do anything to stop her.
Natural response from...
Do you hear that? You hear that, kids? You see, there are 4 children total, so there are 3 others aside from him, and then the cat. You see Will, who is a human. You see a young male dwarf, who seems to be just growing his first whiskers. You
So there's
see
what, 3?
The cat?
I mean,
No, the dwarf.
You see
Very young.
You see a ginger-haired female wood elf and a female orc as well. And Will kind of again chuckling is like, "What are you gonna do to stop her?"
Thinking about maybe cutting her head off.
That's a good start.
Worked for the last one.
And he looks back at there, and all the children just go quiet.
It did.
You've killed one of them?
Yes. I did, actually.
He
I helped. I helped. But I did the killing blow.
He
done.
contributed.
Well done.
I did.
He says, "This is Bobby, Sloan, and Zinner," as they all kind of come out.
I heard 3 names.
What's the kitten's
for
name?
children.
Bobby, Sloan, and Zinner. What's the kitten's name?
You know, we don't really have a name.
Can I pet the kitten?
They put the cat on the ground, and it kind of creeps toward you, sniffing like a cat does.
I stick my hand out, but don't try to touch it.
It does that thing where it doesn't quite get close to your finger,
fine.
and is like sniffing from like 3 inches away,
That's fine.
and then kind of backs down, looking
Okay.
around at the rest of you. The 2 tendril-like things on its back sort of...
Ooh.
you know,
I bring the
moving
rope near me,
backwards.
and I throw it in front and like wiggle it around.
Oh, it immediately starts to try to get it.
Yeah. I'm playing with the cat now. I am
Immediately
dead to
tries to
this
start
conversation.
Who's got a laser pointer? Anybody?
Mage hand.
There you go.
I took mage hand. Mage hand. Now the rope is in the air moving around. I'm just
Oh, yeah.
playing with it.
Yeah, it's rolling around. Cat is entertained, and the children begin to laugh.
Yay. Chinnopio's having a good time. Now the adults can talk.
I mean, you're a bunch of adults kind of talking to what appear to be 8 to 10-year-olds, but yeah,
That's fine. Talk to Will.
you would guess that Will is maybe a little older.
I'm entertaining the children and the cat.
Endearing ourselves to these individuals.
He says, I mean, it took me, I don't know, years, guys, to just get a few of you out of there. I mean, getting in and out of Loom Larch is, it's not really fun. It's not super simple.
What
Unless
makes
you
it so difficult?
Well, I mean, for starters, there's a squad of 10 soldiers that defend the entire perimeter.
Only 10?
10 soldiers. T-I-N.
Oh,
Only 10?
He says, I mean, you can lure them away with distractions pretty easily, but like they come back pretty quick. They're not heavily distracted for long. If you get caught, Nightshade just imprisons pretty much everybody she hates there in her cells inside of her kitchen. So if you make it to the kitchen, see who might be hanging out there. I mean, that's where some of the kids go whenever they're misbehaving as well. And he kind of looks at the others and says, I couldn't even tell you how many children are still there. And the workshop that they work in is haunted by boggles, these really gross, oily creatures that sort of sprout around in the shadows. It's really kind of disgusting.
I can't remember what they are, but I've heard of boggles.
So you take out Nightshade, then what?
Off to yawn.
And he kind of looks at the others and says, oh, you need a guide.
I will.
yeah, eventually.
We're just going to keep checking them off the list until we get
We got
all
here
of them.
from Hither thanks to Clabberclaw, but he said he can't get to yawn, so we got to find a new person. And there's somewhere around here. We'll probably get one.
He walks over to the tree and goes, Little Oak. He kind of uses his fist and hits the bark a couple of times and says, drop the ladder. And you see this ladder, this rope ladder, like rolls down from the treehouse and says, come on up.
Sweet.
When you get up into the treehouse, you see that you can't quite stand completely high, except for maybe a couple of you might. You can. The rabbit might be able to.
They're all medium technically.
But,
I don't know how tall you made your character.
Oh, you're medium, but you're probably not the super tall medium, right? You're not a 6 foot tall creature, are you?
6 foot? No.
Yeah.
Even if so, your ears would be like 2 of those feet.
Yeah. I would say
I mean, I guess
if
we
you were
are.
to lay your ears down, you wouldn't touch the ceiling easily.
I'm sure they're tied behind your head or something. Since you're
Oh, for sure.
Usagi. I'm sure they're
Absolutely.
tied like a freaking
Top knot style.
yeah. It's a top knot of ears.
The other 2, you definitely have to crouch a little bit. The floor of the treehouse is covered with blankets, cushions, and piles of straw. Hanging from the 6-foot-high ceiling by a rope is a basket that holds apples, berries, sugar cane, and a few crumpled up sheets of parchment. In one corner, lying on a cushion, is a rusty oil can that looks out of place. Heaped in another corner is a crude unicorn costume made of polka dot quilts and a wooden horse's head that has a wooden horn attached to it. That's what you see in this house. And he says, "Welcome to our humble abode." He kind of sees poking out of your pocket. He says, "Oh, I see you got one of those wanted posters, huh?"
Yep.
Yeah, she's relentless.
First thing we saw basically when we got in.
So we took it to try and
You
match
guys have
the
probably
image.
seen more. Just
Okay.
random ones.
Yeah,
They
it's
just say different stuff.
This is the one we found, and it's just so we knew what you look like.
Yeah.
How good of a representation is it?
It's not far off. It's just like it looks like it was drawn by a child.
Gotcha. Seems to fit.
Yeah.
What is Will? Is Will a human? What is
Will is
human.
Will is human. Okay, I couldn't remember.
The other three are not.
Yeah, they're elf, dwarf, and
There's an
orc.
elf, a dwarf,
And
Did
an
you
orc.
say there was a wood elf?
orc.
Sloane is the female wood elf. Bobby is the dwarf,
Makes sense.
and Zinor is the orc. Female orc.
All those names make sense with what they are.
Yeah. Will walks over to the corner and kind of kicks the oil can and says, "Hey, wake up!"
The oil can.
And you see little eyes and a mouth open up on this tiny little oil can.
Is this an awakened oil can now? We have
He
an awakened
says,
oil can.
he says, "Squirt, wake up!"
His name is Squirt.
He goes, "Interrupting my afternoon nap again, are you?" "Oh, visitors. Hello."
Hello, Squirt. You're cool.
I'll send you a picture of Squirt.
Oh, this is awesome. I just imagine it as an old, crotchety, rusted kind of voice to it. It's like, you woke me up.
He's a rusted-looking oil can.
Oh, that's awesome. Squirt the oil can. He is. He's a little like cookie.
Yep. For anyone at home curious, he is,
The oil can from Wizard of Oz.
yeah.
But
like-
rusty.
Yeah, it's kind of what he looks like. It's, it looks like a bell almost shape, but with a very long spout at the top. Mm-hmm. And the eyes aren't really eyes so much as they are like indents in the can, but they do blink, and the mouth is similar.
It's the color of like one of those incense balls that you like
Yeah.
swing down the.
A sensor.
Yeah.
He says, well, what's the, why am I awake? Why am I awake?
We don't know. Will kicked you.
Oh, Squirt, here's our guide.
He could get you to... You can get us to yawn?
And he literally yawns and goes, "Yeah, I can get you to yawn."
Y-O-N?
Yeah.
Okay.
Problem is I'm plumb near out of oil.
Where do you get more oil?
He looks up at Will, and Will kind of
Yep.
cracks a big smile and says, "Boggles."
Ah. Greasy little beasts. Got it. Okay, so we have to go to the witches, get the witch, get rid of the witch, get boggle oil.
He says, "As soon as I'm full, I can get you there."
How? Do you make a portal?
It does appear as though you just sort of walk through the mist this time.
Nice. He just kind of makes an opening in the mist.
Yeah, just for whatever reason, he has the ability to open that
Squirt,
pathway.
are you Vishtani? Are you Vishtani reborn as an oil can?
I have no idea what that is, sir.
I think you're a Vishtani.
Well, if that's a good thing,
Sure.
I mean, it's not the worst thing.
No,
Not the worst.
very, very accurate.
I played one, so just very secretive people.
You knock an arrow.
Did that a lot. Yeah. He says, "Well, we're gonna need a plan." And he says, "A plan we will indeed. Also, have you guys stopped by the Wayward Pool yet?"
Have not.
Nope. First we heard of it. What is the Wayward Pool?
I suggest going to the Wayward Pool, and he goes over to the other corner and grabs that unicorn costume. There's a unicorn costume. When he picks it up, behind it you see there's another makeshift looking unicorn that has almost a strap, as if you would wrap it around and tie it maybe under your chin. Sounds very phallic, but that's what it is.
Are we going to like a brony convention?
Safe word.
And then there's another. There's like two like that. Give me nature rolls.
Safe word is narwhal.
17.
It's good.
-10.
No.
It's worse.
I have a 14 plus no.
8.
10.
All right. I'm not sure what your reaction is because your character's a little off the walls, but what you notice, one of the ones that are sort of like the tie-on version, that's an alicorn horn.
That was the rabbit, right? Alicorns are the rabbits. The rabbit's the horn, right? Am I crazy?
No, an alicorn is like a Pegasus with a horn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of something else. Because
Yeah.
there is a rabbit with a horn with a similar name.
And that really sparks your interest.
Where'd you get the alicorn horn?
And he kind of looks over and is like, the what? Oh, these. And he grabs them and he hands them over to you. Says, yeah, you can take these two.
Okay. How did I get 2 alicorn horns, or is just one of them an alicorn horn?
One of them is made of wood. The other one is a genuine alicorn horn.
Okay, I take those, and I'm going to keep the alicorn horn.
Mind the rule of 3. Find the alicorn and free the dormant queen.
All right.
And then you just put that in your cavity of mystery, I guess.
So
actually,
do we want the horn or do we want to know where you got it?
We're going to put the horn in the bag. After we might need to wear it, so hold on to that.
No, I'm thinking we need an alicorn. I don't know
True.
if just having the horn is going to be...
Also true. Where did you find the horn?
I think Bobby found it.
Bobby,
He kinda
where'd you find the
peeks
horn?
down on the ground and says, Bobby, where'd you find that? What'd you call it? Alicorn?
Alicorn.
Where'd you find that swirly looking horn? And you hear some kid yell, somewhere in the woods, towards the wayward pool.
Okay, so where we're going?
Does it look like it's been, like, broken off, or does it look like maybe it's been shed?
It's like it's been cut off.
Cut off. Oh.
So we're
Okay.
definitely going to hold on to this because we might need to reattach it.
Yeah.
Can it secondarily be served as like a weapon?
I mean, it's not in the book per se. It's
Okay.
not a weapon.
I didn't know if it had like a stat block, can be used like a dagger, and it's a +1 dagger. So then I have another +1 dagger.
That'd be super useful, but I don't think that's the case with this
But-
one in particular.
And is considered magical for resistance purposes because it's an alicorn horn, a magical beast horn.
It's unbreakable.
But
you can
your,
stab with it.
Your notes there are very accurate. You were told to find.
The alicorn, which I have written down as well as find the alicorn, but I forgot all about that.
The wooden one looks like it once fit in something. There's sort of like, when you pull a peg out of a wall or out of a piece of wood, just it's sort of dirty edge, the portion of it that was inside of the object.
Yeah.
It looks like it was pulled out of something before it was affixed to this strap.
I was thinking of the Almirage, which is the
That's what
horned
you were
rabbit.
thinking of. Yes, yeah. That was the coin toss or the ring toss in the carnival.
That's why I was remembering a horned rabbit.
Yeah.
I was like, a horned rabbit? Okay. So we've got the thing, and he found the horn toward the pool, which is where we're headed. Honestly, I think the wooden horn would look more accurate on me, so I'm going to tie the wooden horn onto my head.
I don't know where that's been.
The child laughs.
On my head. That's where it's been, and that's where it's going to be.
He says, "You're gonna need these."
Who wants the
Or something like
alicorn
it.
horn?
He says, "So only unicorns can actually reach the shore of the pool. There's some sort of like protective barrier around it. Thing is like the magic itself doesn't seem to like recognize the difference between a real unicorn and a make-believe one. So if you just like put these on your head, you can really just like get through. It's kind of weird, but it works."
Cool. All right.
All
So we've got one.
I'll put the
and we
alicorn
have a
one
costume.
He says, "I mean, I've even gotten by just using a really thick stick or like a tree limb. As long as it appears to be a unicorn horn of some kind, the barrier doesn't seem to question it."
Doesn't discern too heavily. It's pretty lax.
Yeah.
on. That is a lazy barrier.
It's Good enough. Go on.
At some point you think, oh, come on through.
He says,
Looks real.
He says, when you get through, you're going to find that there is a small island in the middle. Well, it's not a very deep lake, but you will have to maybe swim or trudge through it to get there.
I float.
He says you're going to find...
We all float down here.
He says you're going to find an iron bowl in the middle. And that's where you're going to want to summon the unicorn. Just light a fire.
I can do that now.
Can you? How do you do
Yeah, he
that?
got his ability back to light fires.
Oh, that's right.
That was the thing he lost.
Couldn't start a fire. You can light fires?
He couldn't start non-magical fires.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could smite all day, but I can't put two sticks together to start a fire.
Yep. Now you can start a fire and smile about it.
Two very useful things.
Oh, yeah.
Smiling and fire.
He's been smiling an awful lot more than normal, and it's a little creepy.
You find out that he's actually an arsonist, and it's been a real bad problem.
He's a
not able to
lion,
do
so
this.
it's just like scary teeth.
They're asking if the helmet has a face shield on it at some point. It's like,
Nope.
cover that.
Can you just close the... That's better.
The image I think it depicted for the helmet looks more like Viking style, like wings on it. It's weird.
I was thinking more like a Perseus helm, just full open and just...
I thought Barbet.
Yeah, that could work. All right, well, I'll put on the one they've already made. You can put on the wooden one, and then we just need to get you guys a couple of big sticks.
And we have the... Didn't you say one was a costume? There's a costume.
One is like a full-on costume, so like two people could fit in it.
But hey.
Like a front and back end, like a horse.
Who's the front? Who's the back?
That'd be you guys. You're a similar size.
I've got the
He's
wooden horn.
wearing the wooden one.
You guys
I'm
are
much
also similar
smaller.
size.
You're all similar
It's true.
sizes.
But it
We
is
could
a
fit.
children's costume, so smaller the better, perhaps. But the barrier doesn't seem to discern either way. So
I'm going to be wearing the wooden horn because I'm made of wood.
he says, all right, come on back down for a little while. I think, we've been working on a plan to get in and get some more kids out. Maybe we can give you a hand.
So what
You
are we
just-
going to the pond for to get the unicorn? I don't know if we discerned a reason there for the unicorn going to the pond.
Will told us to.
Just
Yeah.
But why? He told us to, but
For
why?
guidance and advice is what.
Gotcha.
Followed
Okay.
that up with.
Because
My
I never
apologies.
understood why
We
were
got
going.
into the minutia of unicorns and
We
got
did.
backtracked.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Well, sometimes unicorns can be distracting.
Architecture and cat anatomy have
Guidance
not come up.
advice. It's
so
a
we
magical
went to
creature that knows
minutia
the
of
area a
unicorns.
little better and might be able to give you more of an idea on how to safely approach things.
Okay.
That kind of idea.
Helpful information.
Talking unicorn.
Everything in this game talks.
Most everything can talk. We have a talking oil can. I think a talking unicorn's a little less weird.
And the oil can seems to float along like a few inches above the ground.
I love it.
Like almost as if it's walking, like it goes back and forth, side to side, as if it was taking steps, but no feet. Will jumps out the door and like slides down Assassin's Creed style down this ladder and hits the ground.
I was so expecting him to just whoosh, and then just float down.
Just does the free fall. No, he grabs a stick and he uses his foot to kind of like level out an area of the dirt, and everybody kind of gathers around him and says, "Come on, come on." Says,
I try to slide down the thing like he did.
What kind of check is that?
I don't know.
Performance, maybe? Well, performance is good for you. What's something bad for you? I'm just kidding. Do performance. Why not?
Yeah, that's going to be an unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20?
Unnatural 20.
You do it. You slide.
I was kind of hoping
Maybe
you
on one
wouldn't.
side, because I don't know if you could reach both.
Yeah, I definitely rolled a 13 and I have a +7, so I got an unnatural 20.
You slide down easily. They are impressed.
Hey. I did not tie the horn on well, so it's like drooping.
That's fine.
Sad horn.
The kids are like chuckling at you because you have the horn on your head.
I'm all about entertaining. I am the puppet boy.
He says, so he takes a stick and he kind of sketches out Loom Larch. He just sketches out in the dirt this big, long, log-looking thing. I mean, it's what you've been. It's what's been described.
She's
to you
in a
as
dead tree
hollowed-out
stump.
dead
Yeah,
tree
something
stump,
like that. Yeah.
right? And they,
I assume a giant tree.
yeah, he says, all right. So I've got a 3-part plan here. Let's see if this works.
Part 1, Part 2,
Says
question marks, Part 3,
Part
profit.
1, I call the approach.
Okay.
So Bobby, Sloan, and Zenner will creep through the wood to the west of the tree and hide just out of sight of the screaming scarecrows that are here. And he puts a little X. He says these scarecrows are like the alarm system. If you get too close, they shriek. You hear like a sort of a growling meow, and he looks down and says, "Yeah, you can go too."
Yeah. Displace your kitten.
He says, "Now while they go that way, I'm going to sneak around this direction to the entrance of the kitchen." And he puts an X there, on the east side of the tree.
Means
Now,
nothing to me.
then you come in as what I call Part 2, the distraction.
Oh, okay.
You're going to enter through the goblin market here.
Goblin market?
He says, "Yeah, they sell like candy and stuff." That's weird.
I just make sure he said goblin market.
He says, "Pose as travelers, purchasing sweets, and then arrange for a meeting with Granny Nightshade."
Is it just that easy? Like we can just walk in and know?
We're going to the market. So
I understand, but
Are we looking for a guy?
I'm literally asking. Like, it's that easy? We can just walk in.
Well, to the market, yes. Just be aware of the scarecrows here. The market is here, and you should be fine. Yeah, so the scarecrows are actually on the western side of the tree. The market is on the eastern side of the tree, so they're not even near each other.
Okay.
He says, you're going to look for a guy, what's his name? Chucklehead. Says he's a little taller goblin, little more well-built. He's got a funny-looking head.
Does he laugh?
You would think he would, but no.
So it's like a mobster name.
Yup.
Funny how?
Johnny Banana or something like that.
But he's sort of the I don't know, protector. What's the word?
Bouncer? Bodyguard?
Bouncer, probably, right?
Administrator.
Probably not a word he would actually understand, but
The muscle?
definitely he's a muscle.
Is he built like me as I flex?
He's bigger.
I've got no muscles.
It's a pretty straight piece of wood.
He says, if you speak to Chucklehead and arrange a meeting, that should work to get you inside. Now, during the meeting, we're going to alert the screaming scarecrows and lure the 10 soldiers into the garden away from you. Part 3 I call the escape. While everyone's distracted, you go free all the captives from the workshop here, and I'll climb into the textile mill here and free the captives there. Once all the children are set free, we can all come back here to the little looking party.
Okay. When do we get boggles?
The boggles are in the workshop.
Okay.
You may have to grease them.
I mean,
More
I'm all
puns.
well and good about freeing these children, but we have the issue of sort of stopping.
Her?
Yeah, Skaratha, like your plane doesn't really address
Yeah, he kind of looks at that.
confronting her.
He kind of looks around at the other kids, and they all lower their heads. And he's like, "Yeah, that does put a damper on the plan, doesn't it?"
So should we have like step 4, kill Skabatha, step 5, escape?
Well,
Do you
Step
know of
3.
any other allies that might be able to help us?
Or some enemies of hers that might be able to help us.
the Dryad's name.
I'm afraid not.
Who's that?
Meadow Oak. Or not Meadow Oak, it's
Meadow.
Meadowleaf.
Meadow Leaf.
Metaleaf. I don't write names down. I forget them so fast.
He says, "Well,
That works for your character.
I mean, it's just a plan. We don't have to use it."
It's better than no plan.
I mean, it sounds like a solid plan for getting
The
the kids out, which again, all for. But that still leaves Skabatha doing Skabatha things.
Would it be
But
easier?
if we eliminate her workforce, she won't be able to do those things.
she can
For the moment.
resupply.
Well, she'll have to find more children outside of our plane.
Right. So again, doesn't really solve the problem.
I mean, that's how we got the cat.
What?
Well, that's what I saved him.
From her workshop? Because that's how she
Well-
got to the other plane?
She was in the garden when I found her, but yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm not really sure where she came from, but
Probably has more displacer beasts.
Still, with the whole, Zabilna being gone or missing or whatever have you, we're under the impression that these witches are somewhat
Tough.
responsible for that. So, we kind of should probably remove them from the playing field.
that's a fair point. Times were easier when Zabilna was around.
Do you know where she keeps her rocking horse?
He looks at the other children. Maybe your bedroom. I don't know.
Since that's how she travels, if we can get rid of that, that's at least her escape.
That's
Like the lily pad.
good thinking. Do you know where is her bedroom close to the workshop or where we'd be meeting her or
He attempts to confirm with everyone, which is the same spot. So he puts a big X on the very, very top of, I guess it would be northeastern. The map here shows the log kind of cockeyed, so it's like the most northeastern portion. It's the most northern portion of the stump itself, if the stump itself was north-south. The way it's laying, the roots seem to be where the entrance is at, and further up the tree would be where her room should be.
okay.
Gotcha.
He says, I think it's on an upper level, but it should be right here.
Out of the game, is this place going to be big like the last one was? Like real intricate for the most part?
I mean, you wouldn't know until you get there.
Just
Like, he can tell you that it's multiple rooms for sure.
That's what I assumed. Because the last shack was drastically larger than I expected a shack in the middle of a swamp to be.
Yeah.
And this is a dead tree stump that's laying on the side or whatever. This thing's...
Yeah, it's more like a ranch-style home.
Yeah, it's not as many up and down.
Of
Just
upper levels.
It's a
rooms on it.
compound.
Yeah.
So how about we
split level.
revise the plan to, again, if we remove her, then freeing the children is no problem at all.
He kind of looks at the other kids, and they all nod like, yeah, no, let's do that.
So
Steps 1 and 2 can stay the same. We change step 3 to get rid of Scabby, and then step 4 is escape.
Yeah, but I think your thought of the getting rid of her transportation is
Oh, yes.
probably what we need to try to accomplish before we confront her.
Oh, yeah.
So
Gotta get rid of that horse.
we can. Do we split the party?
Us? No.
Well, here's the thing. I don't want to leave NPCs to try to do that.
Yeah.
He kind of looks at the others and says,
I have
we
my
can-
sprite friend that can help them. Because I have my sprite with my Pact of the Chain. So I can have a character I sort of have control and a communication
Well.
with to help them to take a little less effort out. I have that.
he says, we can still distract the soldiers or something. I mean, or we could just hang back and let you guys do the work, and that's fine with us too.
Not that I don't want to use them. Like I said, I
Don't really want to
wanna
risk the kids.
solely leave them to do one thing or another because,
And
I
in
guess I'm
game
thinking
terms-
more of what Cody would fucking do, and he'd be like, "Oh, you let the NPCs do it. Fuck you guys.
Yeah,
it doesn't get done."
I was sitting there. It's like in game terms, we don't want the children to be in danger. In realistic terms, we don't want them to mess up, and now we have a whole nother wave coming in behind us.
That's a fair way of thinking.
That's why I was like, I can send my sprite friend with them, and he can assist, and he knows what's going on, and he can be an alert system because he doesn't really die. I cast it for free. He just kind of poofs and then comes back when I want him. Old criminy.
Cat just sort of like lays down.
Well, I guess
Starts cleaning
let's
himself.
go to the
at the
pool and talk to the unicorn and
See what info the unicorn can give us.
Let's do that part, and then we can sort of think upon and revise the storming of
Storm the castle.
storm the castle bit.
They're gonna die. Yep.
That's fair. You can see that the sun is getting a little bit low,
Sun's getting real low.
so the day is
Winding down.
Winding down. If you want to, he says, if you want to, you guys can stay here.
It is padded. It's already slid
There's
down.
like just enough room for all of you up there. Like there's enough room for like multiple children. Like, you know, since you're not huge, your child size, it's not a big deal. So you're not taking up a whole lot of room. You're not, 6 feet tall, so that helps a little bit. Like there's enough room up there for you guys to sleep.
Definitely go up there, and then I'm gonna have my mage hand just playing with the rope with the cat as I just have fun playing. I don't actually sleep, but I like the idea of being in like inert mode and having mage hand play with the cat.
Unless you guys want to go to the pool at night, which you can. It's an option.
It'd be more like thematic to be at a pool at night with a unicorn. Kind of neat, just like the moonbeams glistening off the water, and the unicorn just
How far off is this pool?
Yeah.
The pool is sort of right in the center of Thither.
So that's how long of a journey?
It's not short. I mean,
It would be dark by the time we get there.
if I'm looking at the miles thing.
Would one of them have to guide us there, or are we just kind of going to wander? Well, I would wander. Everyone else would be walking.
I mean, you're looking at maybe 8 to 9 miles of a hike.
That's not that bad.
So, I mean, it will be dark by the time you get there for sure.
Yeah. Well, you said it's getting dark, and we're not going to be moving that fast, so
Yeah, it's sort of
probably
like-
best to wait till tomorrow.
Right on the edge of dusk. So,
Yeah, it'd be dark then.
yeah, it'd be very much
Like
middle of the night.
early morning. I'd say we'd probably just wait till tomorrow.
All right, yeah. If you guys want to sleep here, you can sleep here.
Good with me.
Day goes or evening goes uneventfully. They probably want to play games with you and stuff. If you guys want to do that,
I'll play
you can
games.
perform if you want.
Sure. I just do something moderately well with a 16.
They're still impressed. They're kids.
Good.
They don't care.
That was a low roll for me. I do my ventriloquist act without the ventriloquist. It's just a talking puppet.
So next day, if you guys want to, you can head toward the pool.
To the pool. We need to meet with a unicorn.
Thank you all for listening. The Wild Beyond the Witchlight is co-written by Stacey Allen, Will Doyle, Ari Levitch, and Chris Perkins. You can find us online at raincorsbrothel.com and on Facebook at Fans of the Raincourse Brothel.